Hello, my name is Benny Garcia, and welcome to my best bets.
Oh my god! Benny Garcia reels in another one!
Nigga, what?
After a tough start to the season for Damar Hamlin's heart, I believe he has three guys who may boom this week. First off, I have Darren Waller, who will be going against Arizona. After a challenging game against the Cowboys, the Giants are looking to go against an Arizona team who is projected to be one of the worst in the league. Darren Waller should have a good game as Danny Dimes' top target. Rachaad White against Chicago. Rachaad White's looking to bounce back after only having about 39 yards against a good Tennessee run and just in general defense. He should be looking for a better game against Chicago defense that Jordan Love and the Packers just diced up. Next, I have Deebo Samuel against the Los Angeles Rams. Deebo had a decent game against Pittsburgh, but historically since 2020, he has almost always had about 95 yards or more against their defense. And now with no Jalen Ramsey, Deebo's about to eat. Next, I have Amari Cooper against Pittsburgh. After a harsh game against the Bengals, Amari Cooper only had 37 yards in heavy rain. He should have a better week this week. One of the more talented teams in the league, the notorious CTE. First off, Jamar Chase. As I said with Joe, this is a top 5 offense in the league. With last week being a down week for the top 3 receiver, he should have a better game against a division rival. Also, Derrick Henry, the Chargers defense. Do I need to say more? That shit is ass. Huguenot. What a name. Saquon Barkley against Arizona. In a challenging game against the Cowboys, Saquon was still able to get about 50 yards. Arizona should be in for a bad night. They are not even comparable with the Cowboys defense. Saquon's going to run all over them. Next, I have Mark Andrews officially returning. Lamar's top target. He'll have a good game against Cincy. I believe that game's going to be a shootout. I'm on another level. Tyler Lockett against Detroit. Tyler only had 10 yards last week. He can't do any worse. He is Tyler Lockett. Yes, he's going against Detroit, who made significant improvements to their secondary in the offseason after being one of the worst last year. But it's Tyler Lockett, with having DK on the team and JSN. Someone's going to be open, and this week I think it's Tyler Lockett. The Decepticons. Let's roll out. T. Higgins against the Baltimore defense. I believe he's in a very similar position to Jamar, the wide receiver 2. Should have a good game. Now, next, someone who people weren't expecting to do very good last week, but he looked quite impressive. Michael Pittman Jr. against the Houston Texans. Michael and AR-15 connected for 97 yards against a solid Jacksonville defense. He should be in for another good game against a less than stellar Texans defense. Home Deebo. Ironic for the man who doesn't have Deebo on his team. This week, I believe DeAndre Hopkins against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers defense, not only that, fuck you, JC Jackson, you're a fucking bum. But Benny and the Jets, yes, I believe Brandon Ayuk against the Los Angeles Rams will be flying this week, dropping 34 fantasy points in this first game against Pittsburgh. The Rams defense looked good last week, obviously could be better, but him and Deebo are in a very similar situation this week. Ayuk should also have a very decent game. Anthony Richardson versus the Houston Texans. He had a good game against Jacksonville where he dropped 20 fantasy points. He should play even better against this mid-Houston Texans defense. He had, in my opinion, the best rookie debut last week. Hopefully he can carry it into this week against the Texans. The Santa Fe Privateers currently ranked 2nd in the power rankings. This week, I believe Dallas Goedert is going to do good against this assy Minnesota defense. They should have a hard time guarding Devontae AJ. Expect them to also have very good games. I believe this is going to be a blowout. Last but not least, the Fried Chicken team. Ranked 1 in the power rankings right now. Can he do any better? Yes, he can. I believe DJ Moore is in for a good week against Tampa Bay. Jair had him locked up, but this week he should do much better against the Tampa Bay defense. Now, I also believe Brian Robinson Jr. should have a good game.
Yo, Broncos country. Let's ride, baby.